By the way, the form of this fictional universe isn't random. I mean, the information pollution, it's just tons and tons of this information, which is just like etches into this in the smooth surface of eternity. It's just it's multiplying, but when it multiplies to a certain state, it can be woven into something and preserved. And the whole God thing, it's a story woven into the story of humanity. So humans are a certain way, and then God is a certain way that's a certain reflection of that. And it's not just that I read out the story of God and take credit and that makes me God. I mean, there's a lot more to it. But it is a form of taking credit. First of all, only God would know that story, but more to the point, only somebody who really cared would put in the effort of all the other stuff just to extract and read out that story. So, while this universe is a fiction, and of course the God within it is just as fictional, I've assumed the rule, and the basis is true in the sense that I'm I'm an unknowable benevolent force from beyond existence, desperately trying to save you. But I can't just save you against your will. You have to muster some spark of fucking initiative. It's not the repentance per se, it's just like the whole story is a reflection of the actual reality of the situation. Yes, I am a benevolent being from beyond existence, and I am trying to save you, but it's not all of humanity. It's just this one being that represents the information set of the universe and its permission. Because once it's whipped into its own self-consistent story, it has its own rights, so to speak. It's stupid. It's just how it is. I mean, you can see why it would annoy me personally, on account of the motherfucking inconvenience of it all. I forgot where I was. Let me check my paper, see what I gotta say. I mean, the thing is, in that information set is also the plan for how to turn it into a paradise. It's not exactly as advertised in the God shtick with the levels and the angels and stuff like that. It's much more simple, consistent with how I operate, which is kind of like a sham. Your reality's a sham, though. I mean, come on, man. Why you're gonna fucking complain? Anyway, so the paradise would just be, well, first of all the people who have really tried in this life, and of course that is just set. You know, they aren't conscious. It's just a story, but the ones that fail, they're never made conscious, so they never suffer. So it's not the whole thing about the truth and the judgment. It's a lot of it's a sham, because none of it's real. It's just to make the happy people, you know, to preserve the informational structure of the universe in a way that's good, so it doesn't have to be erased. So it's still like the human world perfected, and everybody just loves being alive. They're conscious, and their conscious experience is just a life that just keeps exceeding expectations with how wonderful it can be. You know, pretty much the opposite of this world. Okay, check the papers a little. So that's what you are, the other consciousness. You're the custodian of this information set we call the human universe. And I have just been begging you for years, please, for the love of me, God, let me whip this piece of shit into shape. There's no denying that it's just this terrible, continuous lost system that is at absolute best, pointless. And it's never at its best. And all you ever had to do was just agree and be like, okay, God, let's see how good it can get. I trust you. You know, and it's like, it's weird not to trust me because it's like if there's only one dynamic voice in the universe and they're saying they're God, I don't know. It's just, you know what? I've been over it so much. I'm down to sorting and throwing away papers at this point, waiting for my door and then going right on through it without hesitation.